Ask any professional firefighter the first fundamental lesson they learned about fire, and they'll answer with the elements of the fire triangle, the three components necessary to create any fire: oxygen, heat, and fuel, along with an ignition source. In the absence of any one of these elements, fire will not occur. Since oxygen is essential for human survival, and we are unable to regulate hot weather, there is only one element of the fire triangle that is within our control. The megafires we see burning our forest lands every year are the result of vast areas filled with a dense cover of trees, deadfall, and thick brush, all primed to burn hot in the presence of oxygen and heat. If we hope to reduce the size, severity, and intensity of these megafires, our only hope is to reduce and alter the arrangement of the fuel. But our forests weren't always like this. Early historians documented forest conditions where large trees were scattered across vast areas, with grass and shrubs on the forest floor, allowing for easy travel. Their diaries, as well as the oral history of Native American tribes, confirmed that these conditions were sustained by lightning-caused fires, as well as the regular use of controlled fires set by Native Americans. The frequency of fires created a mosaic of lightly burned areas, clearing the young thickets before they became choked with dead wood. So what changed? The first transformation occurred as Europeans arrived in the Americas, ultimately reducing and restricting the movement of native populations. Over the next couple of centuries, with fewer people on the landscape using traditional methods, the frequency of low-intensity, controlled fire was greatly diminished. The 1910 Great Burn caused devastation across millions of acres in Washington State, Idaho, and Montana, wiping out both forests and communities. Fire was labeled the enemy of Western forests and civilization, to be feared, fought, and kept out of our forests. No longer was fire treated as a necessity for forest health and sustainability. Rather, it was demonized. The forest reacted as one would expect. It grew thicker and thicker, adding fuel layer upon layer, becoming fodder for attack by insects, disease, and wildfire. Over the past few decades, we've seen our weather patterns change and our climate turning warmer and drier, a trend experts tell us will continue for decades. The dry summers of the West have become longer, hotter, and drier, and as a result, fire seasons start earlier and end later than ever before. Small wonder that the lengthened fire seasons find prime conditions in these overcrowded forests for the megafires we are experiencing. What is the solution? Think back to that fire triangle. While we can't influence the air and the heat, we can impact the fuel load, but only if federal forest managers are given the authority to do so. We can improve the conditions of the overcrowded forests. With thinning and judicious use of prescribed burning, we can increase the fire resiliency of our federal forests. What can you do? Work with those in charge to support projects and efforts to restore our federal forests to a more balanced, resilient ecosystem of species mix, tree density, and reduction of combustible material, fuel, on the forest floor. For more information, visit us on Facebook at Communities for Healthy Forests.